Hey, I'm Emma Mitchell, and I'm an energy healing guide and psychic medium. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about protecting yourself from spirits. When I first started listening to a few podcasts by psychic people several years ago, I was really eager and hungry for information about how to protect my own energy and how to protect myself in my home from being bothered by ghosts and things like ghosts. Now, if you're listening to this, you may have these same issues of maybe being woken up in the middle of the night and feeling like something is standing over you. Or maybe you suffer from sleep paralysis, or you see things that you shouldn't be seeing, like spirits or figures or things like that. And so I wasn't really able to find this information and when I searched for it, but through the years as a healer, as an energy guide, as a psychic medium, I have picked up ways to defend myself, protect myself, and also I've learned from others. So I'm just going to give you some tools that I've learned and want to point out that I do have a full protect and clear your energy course, which goes through clearing your own energy and clearing your home's energy and protecting your space and your own body's energy from the world. So I'm not going to give you everything because I'd love you to take that course, but I do want to give you some tips. So the first thing I want to talk about is in your own home. And I did do a little video about this the other day, but one thing that I've learned is stones. So a lot of people have said like put crystals in your house and put them all over your house and that will protect your space from spirits. Well, that never really has worked for me, and I've tried it in many different forms. When I really started tapping into my psychic skills, I would often wake up to my bed shaking or something standing over me. And so I asked my teacher at the time, my psychic teacher, and she said, well, ask your spirit guides what stones you need to put around your bed. Well, they gave me some information, so I put a bunch of selenite and white quartz around my bed, like around the bedpost, but it never seemed to really work. And this was several years ago. I now have realized, well, of course it's not going to work because stones only have such a force field. Like one stone that I have put around my bed is like this small. And the force field is like this big. So unless I create this energetic force field around my bed using the crystals, it's not really going to do that much. Now, I do use crystals in my own work. Like I have a black tourmaline and some other things that I use. But this is like, just creates a small force field around me. I'm not trying to protect my whole home with it. I'm not saying you shouldn't use crystals because they are helpful and they are nice, but unless you're going to put, one every few feet around your bed, it may not be doing the trick for you. But what you can do is create an energetic force field all the way around your house, all the way around your bed, around the walls of your room, the ceiling, and the floors, and put that up and keep it up. I say, I try to do it every single night, but you can do it like every few days. The issue with this can be sometimes if you forget to do it, well, it may come back down. We went on a road trip a few weeks ago. We were gone over a week, and we came home and I found some real nasty energies in our house. Like they had gotten in when we were gone, and I had forgotten to put the protection up for a few weeks. So it's important to put those protections up. If you encounter something when you're sleeping, you wake up and it's, standing over you or whatever, one thing you can do is you can call on Archangel Michael or Archangel Ariel or Archangel Azrael. Jesus is another good one to come and remove that spirit from your space. You can also say, you don't belong here, get out of here. You can ask your own spirit guides and angels to protect you while you're sleeping. These are all different ways that I use to protect myself. When I'm going to bed, oftentimes I'll put up like this energetic force field. I'll push my own energy out and create an energetic force field around me and around my bed and try to push it out through the entire room. And that does help me to feel safer as well. Often I'll ask angels to come in and just stand around my bed or stand around me at night if they have the ability and the want to do it, because I do feel like I'm asking them to do extra work for me. Now, if you're out in the world and you feel like you're in a space that there's a lot of spirits or negative energy, you can always put up an energetic bubble around you, and that can help to keep those spirits out. And I always like to make it really thick. Of course, do not try to go to haunted places or places that you know have like a really high ghost activity because I mean, if you're sensitive like me, going to places like that is just going to draw them in. And if you can sense them, if you know they're around, they may know you know, and they may latch on to you too. So that's another thing. You can bring spirits home with you. And so, a lot of times if we go, there's like a cemetery here that we've walked through before, those ghosts will always follow me home because they know that I can help them move along. So I see them lined up. Sometimes there's so many in our home and it can be overwhelming. For me, it's okay because I'm a psychic and I can help them move along, but for somebody maybe who's sensitive and just can sense them but doesn't know how to, help yourself, that can be really overwhelming. So don't put yourself in those situations. If you're in a situation where you sense that there's a spirit that's maybe trying to latch onto you, or I've had it where they're trying to get into my throat to like speak something out, put up your protection, put up your bubble and say, "You are not welcome inside my body. You need to stay out of my body. If you have a message, please relay that message a different way to me. Show me give me a vision, tell my spirit guides, help me find a psychic who can connect with me and you to give you this information. But do not let them in your body. It's happened several times where they've tried to come in through my throat and I can feel it. And it's happened to other people I've been with that they can feel it as well. We went to this ghost town and there was this schoolhouse that we were allowed to walk through. And I felt it when we went up to where the teacher would stand that like the teacher spirit was trying to come in through my throat. And then later on, my boyfriend was standing up there and he felt the same thing. And he usually doesn't have spiritual experiences. So make sure you do not allow them into your body if you feel that. If you do sense that there's one attached to you or one is, trying to come through, like it's latched onto you in some way, please connect with me or another energy healer to remove that from your body because those things can drag you down. That energy is very low vibration and can cause fatigue, pain, depression, all sorts of other things. So the other thing I'll tell you quickly is that if you know you have a spirit in your home or in a space, don't talk about it in the space because that just then they hear it and then it agitates them more. If you go back and listen to the episode, my mom and I were talking about a ghost that we encountered in North Carolina. And we had spoken about it in the morning, like, hey, there was something weird, wasn't there? And later on, that ghost was so agitated and was making a ton of noise the next night. I just talked to a client today that said, we started discussing this energy clearing you're going to do in our home, and it's gotten even worse because I haven't done the clearing yet. And they said this weekend it got even worse for them with the noises and with some things falling because those spirits heard them talking about this. And luckily they stopped talking about it right away, but they must have known just based on the short conversation they had. So try to not talk about it in the house unless you're not scared of the ghosts. Um, Unless they're not bothering you, that's fine. But if you have any concerns about them, I don't know why, I have no idea why, but I've just found that they do tend to increase their activity once they know you know that they're there. So it's pretty crazy. I think that's about it for tools and techniques for protecting yourself or keeping them out of your aura field. If you do, like I said, if you do sense that you have something on you that's latched on you, I pull ghosts off of people. I pull like heavy black energy off of people all the time. So please reach out, connect with me, and I can help clear your energy or connect with somebody else that you know that is local and you trust. But please check out that Protect and Clear course. I've gotten lots of great feedback on it. It's a workshop I taught several times, and everybody gets something out of it. It not only teaches you how to protect your energy, but it teaches you how to clear your chakras. So, like real legit energy clearing, clearing your own body's energy, and also how to clear the energy of your own home. So, I teach you my methods for how I clear somebody's home, not of spirits, but of just like heavy energy that gets built up on the walls. So, thanks for listening, and I hope you have a great day. Please reach out if you have any questions about any of this or if you want tips and tricks on something else.